At the will reading, my parents gave my brother $25 million and told me to earn my own. Then my grandmother's lawyer stood up with something she left just for me. And that's when my dad completely lost it. Hello, Reddit I plus here. 3 weeks ago, I thought my biggest problem was explaining why I still drove a beat-up 2017 Corolla, while my younger brother posted selfies next to cars he didn't even know how to pronounce. Now I'm sitting in a high-rise apartment that legally belongs to me, staring at city lights, trying to process how my entire life was basically a long con orchestrated by my own family. It all started at my grandmother's funeral. Her name was Evelyn Hartwell, 5 feet tall, always dressed like she had somewhere more important to be, and somehow the only person in our family who saw straight through everyone's nonsense. Growing up, she treated me differently, not in a flashy way, just quietly consistent. She'd ask about my classes and actually listen. She remembered things I told her months ago. When I was broke in college, she'd accidentally leave envelopes in my bag. My parents never liked that. They were obsessed with my younger brother, Adrian. He was 4 years younger and somehow always the center of gravity. When he failed his driving test twice, they hired a private instructor. When I failed a statistics class, I got a lecture about resilience. When he wanted to launch some online trading startup that crashed in half a year, they handed him $60,000, like it was pocket change. When I asked for help with my loans, my father told me, struggle builds character. So yeah, by the time we sat down for the will reading, I already knew how the story usually went. We were in this polished downtown law office. Dark wood, expensive silence, the kind of place that makes you sit up straighter even if you don't want to. The lawyer, an older man named Mr. Holloway, adjusted his glasses and started reading. Evelyn Hartwell's estate totaling approximately $32 million. That alone made my stomach flip. Then came the split. To her grandson, Adrian Hartwell, $30 million including all properties and primary holdings. Adrian actually laughed. Not a chuckle. A full, loud, disbelief-laced laugh like he just won the lottery. My father clapped him on the back, beaming like this was his own personal victory. That's my boy, he said. I just sat there. And to her granddaughter, Lila Hartwell, $2 million. $2 million! It sounds big until you're sitting next to 30. My mother squeezed my hand like she was doing me a favor. That's still a blessing, she whispered. Maybe this will motivate you. Motivate me. Right. I was about to say something I definitely wouldn't be able to take back when Mr. Holloway cleared his throat again. We're not quite finished. The room shifted. He stepped out, and when he came back, he wasn't alone. The woman with him didn't look like she belonged to this building. She looked sharper, more precise, like she was here for a very specific reason. She introduced herself as Naomi Vance, my grandmother's private attorney, and that's when everything cracked open. What you just heard, Naomi said calmly, was Evelyn's public will. My dad frowned. Public? Yes, she said. A document intentionally designed to observe behavior. Silence. Then she placed a second folder on the table. This is her actual will. Adrian leaned forward. What kind of joke is this? No joke, Naomi replied. Your grandmother had concerns about how her family treated one another. She wanted confirmation. My father's voice got sharp. This isn't legal. Naomi didn't even blink. It is, fully binding. Then she opened the document and started reading. To my granddaughter, Lila, my name sounded louder than it should have. I leave my entire estate, including all assets, properties, and controlling shares. No one moved. I didn't breathe. To my grandson, Adrian, I leave $50,000. Adrian stood up so fast his chair tipped over. What? Naomi kept going like nothing happened. This decision is based on observed patterns of entitlement, dependency, and lack of accountability. My father slammed his hand on the table. This is manipulation. Naomi finally looked up. No, she said, it's evaluation. Then she read the part that made everything make sense. For years, I have provided financial assistance to Adrian through his parents. These funds, totaling over $1.2 million, were not gifts to them, but advances against his inheritance. My mother went pale. You mean all that money? Yes, Naomi said. Came from Evelyn, not you. I turned to look at them. For the first time in my life, they didn't look confident. They looked caught. Then came the final line. The public will was created to observe whether fairness, humility, or reflection would surface when faced with imbalance. Naomi closed the folder. It did not. Adrian started shouting. My father threatened lawsuits. My mother cried. None of it mattered. Because legally, there was nothing they could do. Everything had been airtight. The fallout was immediate. Adrian called me every name he could think of, then demanded I do the right thing and split it. My father said I owed the family. My mother said this wasn't what my grandmother really wanted. That one almost made me laugh, because for once I knew exactly what she wanted. Clarity. So here's where I need advice. I've already moved out, changed my number, set up everything legally so no one can touch it. But they're still trying through extended family, mutual friends, even showing up at places they think I'll be. Part of me feels guilty, not because they deserve anything, but because this kind of money changes everything, and I'm the only one who walked away with it. The other part of me remembers every time I was told to figure it out alone. So I guess my question is, do I cut them off completely and move on? Or do I give them something just to end the war?